planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Around the globe, wherever you are, welcome to America's Great Sports Day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday. Great to share with you one more time, Greg. What a 2025 season, all the twists, all the turns, and it all culminates tonight here in Santa Clara.
And I think this is a matchup, Mike, that I don't know how many people had on their card just even a couple weeks ago, but you look at the rosters, both sides of the ball, very well balanced, very well coached. So I think the biggest thing each team told us all week was, let's just handle the emotions of the pregame. Let's handle all of the lead-up, because once that ball's kicked off, let's just rely on what's gotten us here, and I think we're in for a treat.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On play action. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
To return, it's Shaheed. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Back deep is Marcus Jones. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Here's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
A gain of 15 and a Patriot 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Derek Hall there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. May gonna look to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
New England.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the play fake, here's May. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throwing on third down is May. To the left side, he's got Henry. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6?
That is hot. What a throw. Mario Douglas. Touchdown, New England. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll get about 5.
Jones on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang.
Too much fake news, but Google only say truths. Very disappointing.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
How is this mattering?
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's Bryce Baringer now, and John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, they've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Stream.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
throwing on third down is Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Seattle.
19 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
It is a good game.
Brings up second and 4.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try and run it with Walker. First down and more inside the 40. 15 yards the pickup. Good for a first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Darnold. It's complete. He's got Pop. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, the Patriots out on top. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They're looking at a second down and 9 to go. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and 7. Darnold now to throw. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Worry on the stop. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Once more, it's Henderson. And not much there. Quick defense, held to no gain.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And it looked like one of the Patriots was able to fall on it. Indeed, they did. They are able to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. That's fielded at about the 18. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. He'll step up and run this. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now Walker rolls forward, and he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he'll he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. A big play here in the big game. Pickup of 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
Brings up third.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune.
And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This is about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Try to pitch one forward. That was an option there, but it does fall incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after-catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd and short. And here is May. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
They'll go play action with Darnold. First down throw there is incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. To throw is Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
Gain of 11. And the Seahawks, first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
Taken down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Darnold. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. That is where you don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
That's good.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. A handoff, running left, it is Walker. Gets to the edge at the 30, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Seattle.
First down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Another Seahawks first down. 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. A.J. Barner. Touchdown, Seattle. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are in the lead by the score of 13-7.
13. Patriots 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is May. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now, May. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, New England.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, they go back to Henderson. And some fancy footwork there. Able to spin away, get forward for a gain of 4.
Down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man, we let that one slip away.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish.
How does this look for? Like a playback of Madden.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Henderson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Off the bootleg. Here's May. That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. He takes off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
To throw on first down is Darnold. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Patriots offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. The reception belongs to Matt Collins. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw now, May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They run straight ahead with Henderson. New England going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop at 21 seconds to go until halftime.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Second down and 8. Throwing now is May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Patriots first down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. No issues there. This one is good. And the Pats going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete, but it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. And this is blocked. So 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara, the Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. Shaheed now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Darnold now to throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll try to run for it. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. They run with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It's 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. 18 yards on the connection. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
That's another Seahawks first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
That's good.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Yards to go.
To throw is Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it.
Complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. Out of bounds down at the 7-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Throwing, Darnold. He's got it at the 3. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
4th and 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually.
And this will pay off. It is caught. A.J. Barner. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And that could very well be the turning point of this game. Here we are in the second half, Mike. It would have been very easy for this coach to say, hey, take the points. Let's chip away at that lead. And he said, no, I got a lot of confidence in our play caller. We have the perfect call for this situation. And now after that touchdown, they take the lead, and this game has flipped.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Patriots offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is May. That's caught downfield by Diggs. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play here in the big game. 61 yards.
And a Patriot first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll run with Henderson. Good blocking, and he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and through, and the Patriots have taken a 4-point advantage.
Seahawks 20.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. The ball's out. And the Patriots are going to recover.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
Offside. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Here's Walker. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawks player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. As they try to run it here. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll work forward for a couple. Harold Landry, there on the tackle. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Whoa! Oh! An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play here in the big game. A pickup of 44 yards.
Patriots.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Borregales now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Pats will extend this third quarter lead.
31. Seahawks 20.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll step up and run.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. Darnold now on 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 30-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
New England.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
To throw on first down is May. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On second down, it's May. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Byron Murphy getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Out of the gun, here's May. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Patriots ready for the punt.
Formation for the Patriots.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Ends the halftime show.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Also, this looks fake like what?
They'll try the jet sweep with Diggs. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
And it's third down.
Working out of the gun. It's May. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
I hit that a little too well. It lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He finds Hunt along the out route. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Shaheed in motion. Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Seattle.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Henderson, running right. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
May to throw on 2nd down. That one complete to Hollins. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Throwing on 3rd down is May, and that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Seahawks offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Darnold. That's complete on the tight end screen. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
They look like the game version thinking face
This
fire.
hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But, man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
I'll give on the ground, and he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Here's Darnold. He'll go right and find his running back. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw again is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On the return is Jones. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Is this East Coast? How come every live has a different score? Did I miss halftime?
Now, May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And he will have this at midfield. Forced out of bounds there. A big play here in the big game. 35 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Once more, it's Henderson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Douglas in motion. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
1st down.
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point now for Borregales. He knocks it through, and the Patriots will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Buckeyes.
The drive will start on the ground, and he'll move forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
It is Madden Blue.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll be taken down. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
Darnold to throw on first down, and he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
3rd and long. Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is caught. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have...
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit.
38. Seahawks 27.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Keyshawn Booty was the one he was looking for. 3rd down coming up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. For the middle, it's Cup. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
13 yards.
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. It is Harold Landry working his way in for the sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Is complete. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
3rd down.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he's got another one. Ravion Henderson. Touchdown, New England. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats are going to extend their lead.
The score, Patriots 45, Seahawks 27.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Darnold now on 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
The Seahawks, 1st down.
2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff, and the strength on display rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
At the 46-yard line, a gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard. To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Seahawks,
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw on first down is Darnold. There's that man again, another catch.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
In motion is Barner. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Now Seattle will use the final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Patriots 22-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Darnold again. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Patriots are going to recover.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Hugs on that sideline. One final kneel down, and that will put the bow on this championship season. And there it is. The new record holder for most Super Bowl wins is the New England Patriots, champions for the 7th time. Well, a fitting ending to a great NFL season, all culminating here in the Super Bowl. And, Greg, I think we can say the best team won the title.
And you think back to the season they had, Mike, where they earned everything on the field. There was ups and downs. There was adversity. And they were such a resilient group all season long. They were battle-tested coming into the playoffs. They put it all together tonight, and they can call themselves Super Bowl champions.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team, and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.